princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Holika Holika Holi Pop Blur Pact. I picked this up because I was doing a full face of Holika Holika and I was trying up most of the Holi Pop collection, or as much of it as I possibly could. And I decided to get the Blur Pack from the collection. I think that the packaging is really cute, and there weren't that many powders to choose from, so I didn't have that much choice, but I think it is really adorable. So the product description says, containing anti-darkening powder, this Blur Pact creates a radiant and flawless complexion that lasts. So the powder itself is packaged in just your regular powder compact. I really like the outer. I think that it's really bright, it's really cute, and it just saves it from being a little bit boring. On the inside there is a little plastic guard to stop the puff from actually touching the powder, and it does come with a powder puff, but I will not be using this on my face because I just don't think that they do a good job for my skin. I feel like they pick up too much powder and then they just distribute it really weirdly, so I definitely prefer using a fluffy brush for me instead. I have shade number 1, which is a light beige colour. It's a little bit lighter than my own skin tone when I swatch it, even though it appears a little bit darker in real life and looks lighter on camera. It's a pretty good match for me personally. It is of course very light and quite warm toned, so if you have cool or neutral skin, this is going to probably look a little bit funny. So I haven't set my face yet. I used the Anasui liquid foundation. I think mine is in the shade 100. It's the lightest shade in any case, and it's actually a pretty good match for my skin at the moment. So I'm going to be dabbing it into the powder. I try not to swirl the brush around because I feel like it picks up too much powder, and I don't like it. And then I'm just going to tap it onto my face. I'm not going to be doing any swirling motions because I just want to set the skin as it is. I've just noticed a big chunk of unblended foundation. That's really great. And I'm just going to be doing one half of my face first so you can see the difference between the powdered side and the non-powdered side. Because to be honest, sometimes it is kind of hard to tell the difference. So this is one side set with the powder and this is the side that is not set. Just touching the skin, I can feel that my skin does feel quite smooth and soft. It's a little bit moist, but it doesn't feel sticky, which is really good. I don't want my skin to look dry. I think on camera it does look a little bit brighter this side, but in real life I can't see any difference in brightness or any color difference at all. It has mattified my pores, so of course these pores are a little bit more blurred than these pores are, just because they're not reflecting the light. Super up close you can kind of see a little bit of a difference between the powdered side and the non-powdered side. Obviously there is some mattifying and some blurring of the pores. So I'm going to set the rest of my face and show you what that looks like. Okay, so that is all set and ready to go. I personally don't think that this has hid any more of the skin defects that the foundation had not already hid, so I wouldn't count on this for any extra coverage, but my skin does feel velvety soft. I definitely agree with that claim, and it doesn't feel like it's over drying my skin, but I will attest to that a little bit later on in the day too. As for it including an anti-darkening powder which reflects light in different directions, I don't know about that. I don't know any other powders that have that sort of claim, so I can't test between those two, but I don't think that it has any anti-darkening effect for me personally. But it does give my skin a healthy appearance and radiance, so I think that that claim is okay as well. So I'm going to go about my day. Today is Tuesday, so I'm going to go and teach in the afternoon, and then I have a dance class later on at night. So I'll check in after teaching and then again after dance class at night. So in total I'm going to be wearing this foundation and powder combination for 12 hours. So I will check in a little bit later. Okay, so it has been 8 hours now that I have had this powder on for, and sorry you can see the messy part of my wardrobe because I have the ring light out, of course, because apparently it's decided to get really cold today. But that means that I can wear my cute scarf. How do you get this bow to be straight? Like, I mean, because you have to loop it through the actual part of the scarf. I don't get it. If you know how to make the bow straight, let me know. But that is not what we're here for today. We are here for the base product. My face is looking pretty oily. Not super stoked with that because I still have to go out to dancing. The Anasui foundation usually lasts a little bit longer on my skin with a normal translucent powder, so I can definitely say that it is the powder that is making this not so matte. I have a mirror here, that's what I'm looking at, but it is staying in place fairly well. So where my nose grips usually are for my glasses, it hasn't actually deteriorated that bad. it's just oily. So I'm going to check in with you guys after dancing, which is going to be, I think, 12 hours after I put the base on. So it has been 12 hours since I put this powder on. Definitely have a lot of oil through my T-zone, so my forehead, my nose. My chin actually isn't too bad today. And the rest of my makeup has held up pretty well, so it's pretty good for like touch longevity. It's not melting off my face, it's not smudging or smearing, but there is very little oil control. This is the Anasui foundation. It doesn't normally make me look oily, so you can see on my chin it's actually a little bit dry, which I totally expected from this foundation. That's nothing new for me. It's a little bit more drying than it is oily. But you can see around my nose it is quite oily, and you can see where my glasses have been. There are little smudges there, but it's not bad. Like, my cheeks are still pretty good. That's pretty nice still. My forehead is really oily, like I can feel it when I like move my fingers across, but the foundation, like there's a little bit of oil and foundation coming off, but when I rub my fingers like that, the foundation actually isn't budging. So while I enjoy using this Blur Pact, I don't think it is the best powder for me. I don't think that it makes my makeup last any longer, and it has so many big claims that I really don't think that it lives up to. The packaging is cute, the powder is functional, but it's just a setting powder. I don't even think that it really blurs my pores, which is disappointing considering it's called a Blur Pact. It is in no way a bad powder, like I've said many times. It is actually a really nice powder. I just think that the product claims are way too extreme. Like, it's trying to do things that it doesn't need to, and even though it claims to do these things, it doesn't do them. So unfortunately, the Holipop Blur Pact is not particularly for me. I still prefer my Laura Mercier powder. It's kind of hard to compete. But for the price, this is still a really lovely powder, and if you like the bright orange sort of like pop art on the front, I think that it is a really cool product to pick up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you next time. Bye!